Hi everyone, this is Marco from bn-games.com and we're here doing another classic capture. Today we are doing Burnout 3 Takedown for the Xbox. I love this game. I don't know about you guys.
We love this game. Let's put it this way. This game was so good that my father bought an Xbox just to play this game.
Pretty much.
Yeah, this and Halo.
Yeah, those are like the only two games on the Xbox I ever liked
The
playing.
two games on the Xbox that were always in my Xbox. In fact, it's kind of funny, short little story, about a year after I bought my Xbox, the tray got stuck and this was in there, and I was okay with it.
Oh, you mean it would just wouldn't
Yeah,
open?
like I couldn't get it out, but this was stuck in there. But I was okay with it. I bought a second one to play Halo, but this was this game was stuck in there, and I was fine with it.
The Burnout box.
The Burnout box. That is literally what it was.
So this was a revolution for the series because there had been two other Burnouts, obviously by the
Burnout 1 was okay. Yeah. Burnout 2 was
Burnout 2 was
meh.
terrible. Terrible. And I played that on the GameCube, even what makes it even worse. 3 was a bit of a
rehaul.
It just came out of left field. I just remember people going, "Hey, did you play Burnout?" I'm like, "No."
Well, didn't Criterion take over? Yeah, Criterion Games took over.
Yeah, it's definitely their game, but I mean, something happened internally to make this happen. And
Like, okay, let's try this time.
Yeah,
pretty much. This is Marco's playthrough. All of the gameplay is Marco. He's
So the annoying gameplay, you'll know who to be yelling at
Yes.
the whole time.
that is correct.
this game actually still looks pretty good.
It holds up pretty well.
I think it holds
Some
up
of the
extremely
crash models, don't hold up too well, but visually, like the overall experience, it's actually really good.
I think the fluidity and the sense of speed is something
It works.
that even a lot of games these days don't
have the sense of speed that this has. No,
Yeah.
definitely not. I guess how could you explain this game? It's a racing game, but it's a little more than that.
But it's easy. It's a racing game made so you can smash the hell out of everyone else.
Yeah. They intend for you to crash, and they're okay with telling you.
I like how you
you get a lot of that.
Yeah. But basically, the game is just it's a rage racer. I mean, it's that little bit of you in every other racing game before that you just wanted to push the guy out of the way to, just to get ahead. Well, this let you get ahead and literally killed them.
Not only that, it actually wanted you to. That was the whole premise of the game. It wanted you to beat the fuck out of your opponents.
I could play revenge races in this games, in the games, for hours, just hours on end. It never got old.
Yeah, if you were good at this could go on the Takedown
for a long while. This was I was still warming up here, so I couldn't keep it going for longer, but. I've had some decent changes.
I remember. I think I once got. I think it was 62 takedowns, and I was in a race for maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I just there's a certain point that you'll get bored in one race.
And you're like, oh, let me just crash into this wall. Something actually very similar happens here, where there's a point where I get, and I'm like, I'm just gonna crash. This is taking way too long. So let me just explain really briefly. You have your standard races where you can crash, but you have your boost meter down in the bottom. Every time you kill an opponent, it either adds or steals their boost, so that you have more in the long run. You can expand it by killing a vehicle. You can go into oncoming traffic to get more. So that's your standard race. Then you have this, which is road rage, where you have an infinite number of spawning cars that just keep coming up in front and behind you, and you have to keep crashing into them until you die. It's a set number of takedowns you have to get, and once you reach that, you get a gold, and from there it just keeps going until you die. So once you reach it, until you die.
You also gotta figure, in this one there was a limit, depending on how many times you crashed, that was kind of your timer. You get to crash anything until your car was just totally wasted.
Right, that's why. Until you actually waste and ruin your car.
Yeah.
Until you reach that point, you can keep going. There's no limit. There's no time limit.
Yeah, well, there are, like, I think in Revenge, you would get time for every car that you did. So I mean, you could.
So you would keep going.
Yeah, you could.
But that was a revenge race, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't have revenge races here. This is just
Well, no, Road Rage.
This is Road Rage.
Yeah, yeah.
It's similar. It was a similar premise.
They didn't add time here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just kept going.
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I'm just saying. In the other one, you know, you built up time.
Yeah, and you can see there I reached the target, so now it's just a matter of me keep going, you know, until I die. So that's Road Rage. That's probably one of the longest modes that you can play in this game, just because it can really go on. If you're really good, you can keep this thing going for a really long time.
Should mention that the class of vehicles it really will determine how long they go, because when you have lighter, faster vehicles,
yeah, they will die. This is a muscle, I believe. No. I think this is a heavier class, or a heavier class in its own division. So it'll go a little bit longer.
Most road rages needed a semi-heavy car, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you start racing all exotics, doing those same ones as exotics, they take like one hit.
Yeah, they're gone.
It.
And then after that, you have Hot Lap, which is where they throw you into an insanely fast car or insanely crazy car, and they expect you to get a good lap. For example, I believe they would throw you into a firefighter at some point. One of the games, I don't remember exactly which one, they throw you into a fire engine, and they expect you to get a good time even though it's a little slow. And then they have the ones where they give you the super crazy fast cars, and you crash every 2 seconds, and you don't know what the hell's going on. And last but not least, you have the crash mode, which is, I think, all of our favorites.
Yes, definitely. But this is your
this
buying
is
lap.
oh, well, I know me and him enjoy it.
Yeah,
You like Road Rage.
Road
Revenge.
Road Rage or Revenge, those two were the ones that I did. But also, my second favorite was the Burning Lap.
Please keep in mind, I am no good at this game. I, at no point, will say I am great at racing games.
I am extremely good at this game.
I'm sure if I took some time to get this, I would have done way better on this. The next Burning Lap I did, which is actually the section right after this, I got it like on my second try, so I'm sure I could do it. But
I am extremely good at these games, and F1 is the hardest one because I remember.
No. The hardest one was that X1 lookalike. Remember the one with the wheel covers? It's kind of like the F1, but it was faster than this one. And that was also on White Mountain.
I had more trouble with this one than I had on the other one.
I had more trouble.
Especially, there's one of these you're racing through a place that looks like Italy, and
it might be this one actually. There's parts of that
yeah,
it gets really narrow.
Then it's this exact one. This race in particular, I once spent 4 hours trying to get gold.
Yeah.
You
can see it's ridiculously fast, and they expect you to have super great control of your boost. You basically have to be boosting through the whole damn thing.
Yeah, in this one,
it's all about skill.
In this one, I believe you have maybe if I remember the timing right,
you
have about you have about 5, and 5 is pushing it. 5 seconds that you have to go through the level without boost. If you do any more than that, you might as well restart.
Well, if you,
because you'll never make gold.
Yeah. Or I should also mention for anyone.
You could go up to boost 5 times, and you can crash I think twice.
I should mention for people who are from Southern California, DJ Striker.
Yeah.
He's from K-Rock, which is a Pasadena, San Gabriel Valley-based radio station, alternative radio. If you're not from California, well, that's a problem.
Actually, Striker's pretty famous, anyways.
Yeah.
He was on Ellen, and he's on a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, but primarily for those of us living in the center of the universe, which is California, he is a radio DJ here. Again, he was during these days. He was. I mean, that was his peak, I think. Yeah. But I just thought I'd mention that. I think that's a little bit of information.
And he was the DJ for the other ones as well, wasn't he?
That was DJ Atomica.
Ah.
I don't know who he was.
Including for Paradise?
How could
you? Paradise was DJ Atomica.
Huh.
How could you, Bronze? I'm disappointed.
So see, you can see there I didn't do too hot. The next Burning Lap, though, I do really good on this one.
Oh, well, it's a lot slower.
Yeah, well, I know, that's what I said. And this is on my second try, too. I think I go, like, the whole thing without stopping. I was surprised, though. I'm usually not very good at racing games, and I did pretty decent on this one.
And you know, the appeal of this game is it's a racing game for people who are not really racing game fans anyway.
Yeah.
Because most racing games, let's be honest, you know, Gran Turismo is for generally racing snubs, you know, or you have people who like Tokyo Extreme Racer who have backward hat wearing, you know, neon coloring with their cars and shit like that.
Well, Tokyo Extreme, I mean, that one's mainly the maps.
No,
I mean,
stop defending it.
I'll defend the maps. I won't defend the driving. Okay.
But the class of person who usually would play those games had an interest in either being a racing snob or a douchebag.
No, I'm not going to disagree there.
And this took the fun side of things. It's like it's arcadey.
Well, it wasn't.
Well,
it was an arcade.
Yeah.
This was an actual arcade game.
No, this one was not in the arcades.
No.
Which one was in the arcades? Because I know
There was one, but not this one. It was built on the same premise, though.
Okay, well, yeah, it's built. As
Actually,
an
you did do pretty good there.
Like I said, I didn't crush. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Who am I and what have I done with myself?
You got a gold, but you could have shaved like 10 seconds.
Oh, listen to this guy right here.
Yeah, calm down.
There are no achievements, so it doesn't matter.
and here is, I think, my favorite game mode, which is Crash. The premise behind Crash is you drive the car, there are medals, and you just have to make the biggest pile up and cause the most damage that you can.
It's gratuitous.
It is primal and fun in a way that you really have to try. Especially when you crash and you're missing $10,000 and you're like, fuck, I know what I need to do, but it's not working. Why aren't the cars coming? What's going on?
Is this the last one?
There's one right after this.
One after this, gotcha.
Ah, you missed all those buses.
Yeah, well, I didn't need to.
You missed all the buses.
I didn't need to. I got all the medals and I got
missed
everyone
all
in
the
between.
buses.
Yeah, well, why don't you go get the buses, huh?
Well, hey, set it up. I will.
Yeah, well, like, go ahead. Let's do it right now. Oh, yeah, also multiplayer.
Oh, yeah, multiplayer.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that you would also play on this, but you would usually just play it against on the same control.
So how much does this game go for, Marco?
It doesn't go for very much anymore. You could probably get it for under $10.
Yeah.
If you're really lucky, you can get it under $5. I've seen it under $5. It's available for the PS2 and the Xbox. The Xbox version is better looking.
Yep.
Although that's not to say the PS2 version's ugly. It's still a great looking game. Controls wise, I bet the Xbox is just going to be a lot better.
Yeah, it was the preferred platform for it.
And custom soundtrack done. If the music that's on here, which is kind of iffy, isn't your taste, custom soundtrack done. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This was our quick look / classic capture for Burnout 3 Takedown on the Xbox. Be sure to subscribe and leave a comment below.
Thank you.